Through your own words, can you tell us what happened?
Absolutely. Well, as the people from the camera may or may not know, I engage in debates, particularly debates around religion, philosophy, theology, things of that nature. So it came to my attention that on 2 Saturdays ago, there was a person from Canada who was in the UK who also engages in debates around the same topics.
Is that person currently at Speaker's Corner?
They apparently are. In fact, they're right behind me. In fact.
So tell me what happened.
Absolutely. So we went over to engage with the individual. Now, the individual had a group of people around him. And immediately once we came there, the group of people around him began being instantly aggressive. Pushing, shoving, name-calling. One individual in particular even resulted to racial comments regarding myself. So ultimately, I gave him back some in kind, not racial, but some truths about himself. And as a result, he got very upset. So, as we were engaging in debate with them, this one particular individual went over and hit me in the face. I let it slide. It wasn't that painful, but still, that is technically a crime. If you are hitting somebody in the face for no apparent reason, without any kind of instigation or self-defense, then you are indeed committing something along the lines of ABH, maybe even going into GBH. Anyway, I let it slide, and he came back again to hit me one more time in a cowardly fashion. And so while he tried to hit me the second time, I dodged it, and he ended up hitting multiple other people instead of myself. They then pushed him away, to which one of my friends, Chris, challenged him and asked him what he was doing. And for challenging him and asking him what he was doing, this particular individual went ahead and hit my friend in the nose, causing him to bleed. So upon seeing that, I attempted to put a citizen's arrest on the individual. I held him down and waited for the police to come. But instead, the crowd around him, who were all part of the initial group, effectively helped him get away by pulling me off of him. I only have so much energy, and when 3 or 4 guys are pulling me away, unfortunately, I can't hold them all at bay. So that's effectively the long and short story of it. We were essentially assaulted by the same individual who was still on the run. The police would love to talk to him, and also his accomplice over there is also a person wanted for questioning as well, but we don't know how long he'll be in the UK. But that was the long and short of what happened 2 Saturdays ago.
So thanks for the long and short of what happened, but how are you and how are Chris, because I spoke to Chris last Sunday here, and he said he had reported the matter to the police.
Good.
It was under investigation.
Good.
Do you have any follow-up information on what has happened?
Not as of yet.
From last...
Not as of yet. So I would have to come back to you on that once I know more.
But have you seen any videos being put out by these Muslims to try and rebut?
Oh, absolutely.
What's your assessment on
Well, it is incredibly disingenuous. Their rebuttal to the events that occurred, they tried to claim that we were drunk, which is interesting, because I don't see why you would hit a drunk person who was having a debate with another person in a non-violent manner. So that's one thing. The second thing is they attempted to even say that we held some racial comments at them. Well, if that's the case, I wanted to find a video of us doing this, please, and then present it to the whole world to see. And thirdly, I believe they claim that we came with a aggressive manner or an aggressive posture.
The way you were walking?
The way I was walking, yes. I don't know how to walk aggressively, but I can just walk in stride. And Chris in particular came over with his hands in his pockets. So for some reason, hands in your pockets, or generally walking, are signs of aggression. But that's the game these guys play. They play both the aggressor and the victim when it suits them, because ultimately they are cowardly. But my hope is that the law will vindicate us and showcase that they are in fact the ones who were the aggressors and the ones who should be in jail.
When you look at what happened,
yes,
how the Muslims behind us, they allowed the perpetrator to escape.
Dastardly.
They then put together fake videos to influence their followers. What does that demonstrate to you about these people behind us? They're not seeking the truth.
Well, truth seeking isn't important to them. They're just concerned with protecting their gang or their cults. So with most gangs and with most cults, there's the idea of making sure that by any means the gang or cult survives, whether it be by lying, deception, or any other avenue you can go down. So I'm not surprised at all. They're ultimately a gang and a cult, so they do as gangs and cults do.
Excellent. That's normal, sir. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Before you go, let's focus on today.
Okay?
Today's a very important day in the Christian calendar.
It is indeed.
Let's talk about that.
Let's do that.
Yeah, you tell the people more about Easter Sunday, its meaning, and you know, what's the significance of today?
Absolutely. People, not to have you stay here for too long, but the day is more than just a day of leisure or a bank holiday leading into the Monday, or a day when you play around with Easter eggs that bunnies lay. Today is a day that is actually decades and hundreds, even thousands of years old. Christians, and even before that, Jews have celebrated this day as a day of significant religious sort of significance around the idea of the of Pascha or the Passover, an ancient Jewish tradition whereby which they believe that they were saved from eradication by God by ceremoniously or putting the blood of a lamb on their door to allow no evil to befall them when a certain event took place in the Old Testament or thousands of years ago, and eventually led to their exodus out of Egypt and ultimately to their freedom. Later, that activity came to know something different by the Christians, whereby which they then celebrated that same passing over, but to a greater extent by tying it to the person of Jesus, who Christians believe came down from heaven in order to not only educate, but also vindicate human beings and actually have them rise up and meet the perfection as he told them to do so as their Father in heaven is perfect. So by him coming here, teaching us and going through the passion, the suffering for us, and then rising again to show us that he has not come to abandon us in his message, but actually come to redeem us and have us conform to him. Christians celebrate this day every year to remember the life, sacrifice, death, and particularly today, the rising of Christ. And with that rising, all humanity shall also rise. Those who believe in him, who worship him, and who follow him. So, if you haven't heard about Christ before, I encourage you to look into Christ through Easter and understand why Christians, Muslims, Sikhs, Buddhists, everyone loves Christ and wants to reference him in some way to further legitimize their own religion. What is so special about Christ? I would actually have you look into that for yourself. But ultimately, Christ is the God-man. He is the one we all want to be like. He's our exemplar of what goodness is. That's why every religion always has to incorporate Christ to legitimize themselves. He is the name above all names, the one who's undeniable. So I say, look into him if you don't know him already. And if you are a Christian, we are glad that we know him and we will one day see him again. Amen.
Excellent stuff. Thank you very much as normal, sir.
All right. Thank you.
And I look forward to engaging with you later on.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
Later.
I'll give you the footage that you're looking for.
I don't need the footage. I want you to
I'm going to tell you. I'll describe it.
What happened.
I love the United Kingdom.
So do I.
It's a beautiful country.
But why did your people
I respect the laws of the United Kingdom. I do not incite any violence.
So why have you
I do
not
not
handed
support. I
yourself
have
in?
not.
Friend.
Do you have any evidence?
They didn't finish.
Why have
Do
you
you have
not
any-
handed
They didn't
yourself
finish.
to the police?
Do you have any evidence?
Evidence
Do
has
you have any
already
evidence?
been handed
Let's
in.
see it.
Why are you
Let's see it.
hiding
Can I see
from
the
the
evidence?
bill?
Let me see the evidence.
Why are you
Let's
hiding
see it.
from the
Let me see
police?
it. Let me see it.
Evidence.
Bring the
I
evidence.
just
Evidence.
said-
Evidence.
Bring the evidence.
Embarrassment. Look at his face.
Oh, do you know what's really great?
I love.
The question is,
I respect the
why,
laws of the United
why
Kingdom.
your
I love the
henchman
United Kingdom.
attacked
I
Chris
do not-
last week
I do not
because
condone-
you're weak.
I do
That's
not,
why you
I
did
do
it.
not condone any violence.
You are weak.
I love the
That
United
is why
Kingdom. The
you
United Kingdom is an
attacked
amazing
Chris.
country.
That's a
I
gentleman.
respect the laws of the United Kingdom.
We know it's a
I am a
beautiful
visitor
country.
here, and I am well
And
within
you've
my right to be
incited
here.
violence.
I have not incited.
And
Do you have any
will be
evidence? Do
arrested.
you have any evidence?
That's evidence.
Evidence. Evidence.
I heard what I said.
Let's see the evidence.
You have 5G.
You guys will be arrested.
5G. Bring it up.
Just like you all make sure the dog ran away. You
poor nature of the thug who punched Chris. Who's that? Ran away. I don't know. Your crew, your security guy.
No, I don't have any security.
Oh, well, the big guy that was with you, that was looking around all the time, shiftily.
We don't incite any violence. We don't condone any
But
violence.
you let the thug get away. And people that were trying to stop the thug, the people that were trying to hold the thug until the police arrived, you pushed them off of them.
Shout out to Metro Police. We love the United Kingdom.
It's on a live stream.
If you would like to make a complaint, you can complain to the police.
That makes it worse.
Cowards and little boys with no girlfriends and little wieners.
So this is the silly little boy
Boyfriend.
over from Canada who attacked
Very good point. Very
Chris
good point.
and their chickens. They're here with Ali Chicken Dawa. Steve,
No, with blood on his fist.
This is the guy behind him after the event saying
blood
on his hands.
Let me just say something to the live, yeah? Remember one thing. Talk about Islam, and this is what happens to you. Wallahi, I dare another man talk to you about Islam to me. Chat to me, dog. Chat to me.
Steve, look, come round. Are you surprised?
No, but someone just pointed out, why do they always move around and practice?
Because they're scared. They're
They're
scared,
all little
Steve.
boys.
They're
They
little
stand on that.
pussies. They're little pussies, all of them.